What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. Today we enter the second area of the world map here. So, here we have the Iron Whale, the Explodatorium, and the Lost City. So because this is the second area of levels, the difficulty of the game actually ramps up fairly noticeably at this point. I think I want to go to the Iron Whale first, just because, well, I guess I could actually demonstrate to you. There's actually another town here, you can see it up there, but it's blocked by this gate here, so that is unlocked by defeating this, so that's what we're going to do. I think my money is actually a little bit low at this point. I might have overspent a little bit last episode, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. There's some upgrades that you can get in the new town that are fairly expensive and also quite useful, but if I don't have the money to get them right off, it's not really a big deal. So let's see here. There is a spot to fish down here, so let's do that. In truth, most of the spots where you can fish not get anything? Did I mess that up? Most of the spots where you can fish actually aren't all that useful, but some of them are, so it's not knowing off the top of my head which are which. It's usually better to just fish every time you see a spot. Okay, so with this little snail thing, I find it's important to kill him on top of here. Just because that's the easiest way to set up the angle to destroy the blocks up here. Usually the angle for these things are pretty forgiving, but once it's kind of hard to adjust which angle you're getting once you have already killed the snails, so yeah. It's best to just do what you can to kind of keep it consistent, even just to avoid too much frustration. That's at least what I've found, anyways. Although, just getting that treasure chest is not especially important, I suppose. How did that guy even get up there? Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna completely ignore the Purple Knight dude. Avoid those nasty spikes on the way down. Make sure not to die on these spikes. I'm gonna use the Phase Locket. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to jump up high enough to actually kill yourself there, but better to be safe than sorry. I used the Phase Locket there because I thought I was gonna fall onto the spikes, but I didn't. So, yay. I think you can actually pogo across those spikes on the back of those snails, but that seems too risky for my tastes. I'd rather just give myself invincibility and walk. Come on. There we go. Whoa! Okay, that was a little close for comfort. So when you fish up one of those little goldfishes, that's actually, they're like money. If you collect them, they will give you, I think it's 350 gold. I'm using the Phase Locket unnecessarily a lot here just because I'm paranoid about spikes. So, yeah. These guys are kind of annoying, but usually they're pretty easy to take care of with some pogos. Oh. You decided to be a little bit cheeky. I like how the gems could go up into their little like bubbles when you're underwater. I mean, actually it's kind of annoying, but it's a cool attention to detail. Not even attention to detail so much as just like a stylistic thing. Gotta smash them tentacles. And there's a little area over here. This area is pretty easy to miss, I find. So hop along the bubbles. Get some monies. And then Pogo along the tentacles. And there's a shiny spot down there. This one's important. I know for a fact that this one actually does contain a scroll. I know that for a fact because it's one I find is one of the easiest ones in the game to miss. So it's one of those ones I had to go back for, so it like sticks out in my mind. I'm actually going to take a little bit different route here than I normally do just because of money. There's these little gems here. Normally what you can do is fall down the... can I actually go back up there? No. If you fall down the kind of like center area that had 3 little tentacles that were kind of sticking up in turn, you can actually fall right down to this area. So here, the intended way to do this bit is you pogo that guy, you pogo these two, and then you pogo this guy. But what you can actually do is fall down here, phase lock it, and just fall through him. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of spots like that where there's like, it's not even so much the intended way, it's more like the obvious way, where there's another way you can do it that's maybe not obvious, but is faster. And that's really cool to me, because it's not even that it's like, this is not the intended way. It feels to me more like it's the developers, Yacht Club Games, they planned for your ability to do that. It's not the obvious way to do it, but they knew that people would find it, I guess, if that makes any sense. Okay. Let's see if I can actually do this. Apparently not. So there's a way you can hit, every time you jump, you can hit this chest 3 times. You can shovel it twice and flare wand it once, and I failed pretty royally. I don't think I got that properly once, but it is what it is. So anyways, from that guy we get the throwing anchor, which is another very useful relic. It's not quite as useful as the flare wand or the phase locket, but it definitely has its uses. This is another little hidden side area that's pretty easy to miss. Should I have killed that tentacle? I don't think it matters too much. Ah, I missed the pogo. Got a flare wand. There's another scroll there. Hit that lever and we can rocket over here on the platform. I don't think there's anything important in this fishing pit. I'm pretty sure this is just a goldfish. Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother trying to get him. Or, can I get him with a fishing rod? That just brings him back up. That's kind of inconvenient. Okay, well, whatever. Oop. So this screen is really hectic, but you can bypass most of it by using the phase locket. Or you can get yourself hit by that first little stingray dude and use the invincibility frames instead. But I can't really seem to do that consistently myself. So the intended way to get through this room, this is another one of those rooms where it's like, there's 2 ways to do it, is you're supposed to use these platforms. Let's see if I can actually get the skip here though. There's a little dirt mound there, and you can actually do that. Cool. So you just knock it off the wall and then pogo off of it. And you can skip basically the entire room. So that's really cool. This guy is really annoying. I hate him so much. Oh, now he's down there. I guess I have to... The anchor basically functions identically to the axe sub-weapon in Castlevania games. Its intention is to be able to be used to hit enemies above or below you. So that's pretty cool. This little platform here, you actually have to be really careful on it, because if you stand on the edge like that, when you're coming up, you'll actually get crushed by this little platform here, so that's something you have to be wary of. Oh, jeez. It's also possible, I don't know exactly how it happens, but you can accidentally just like fall off that platform, which is really annoying. This room's kind of cool just because of the way these anchors work. There's a few ways to get through here that are faster than intended. One of them involves you can use, I don't know exactly how it works, but you can use that little sorcerer thing. The way it shoots out the little green bubbles, you can use them to pogo all the way across this gap here, which is pretty awesome. Another thing you can do, let's wait until this anchor comes down. If you do that, you can kind of stagger the anchors so that it improves the timing a lot of them. If that makes any sense. Maybe you can't really tell because I didn't demonstrate what they look like normally, but usually when you're jumping across there's a whole lot more weighting going on. So, yeah. I guess you just have to take my word for it. These purple knights are so annoying. I swear, there's a few different colors of these guys, and I swear the purple ones are like the most annoying of all of them. But maybe it's just because I like this pogo strategy, and the throwing anchors just really screw with that. Maybe. Actually, I don't think I've died in this area yet, have I? It's not really connected to what I was saying at all, but it's kind of impressive to me because this is a somewhat tricky area. I mean, once you kind of done it a few times, it's not too hard. Okay, hold that thought. This part's actually kind of tricky. The timing on shoveling those little, I don't even know what you call them, just walls, I guess, can actually be really precise. But yeah, this area is actually not too hard once you've done it a few times and kind of get a feel for it. I actually really like this boss, Treasure Knight. You can just kind of wail on him really quickly. If you do it properly anyways. You can't wail on him too much when he's up there, but... Ideally I should have used the flare wand a little bit in there, but it's just so fun to just like smash the hell out of him with your shovels. I just wanted to go whole hog with the shovel. Is that so wrong? And that was actually pretty slow, truth be told. You can go way faster than that, but I was sloppy. The slop is real. But anyways, that is the Iron Whale. Did I shovel the last campfire I had? I don't even remember. And that should also... Yeah, there's a little dude on the map now. I will say hello to him in a moment. For now, I want to pay a visit to this second town. So this is the only other town in the game. You can shovel this sign for some magic if you, for some reason, need it. Your magic is instantly refilled upon entering any stage, so I don't know why you would really need that, but whatever. I want to say hello to the residents of this hat shop. Oh, sure, I'll lend you some cash. Only 1,000 gold short. These people sure seem very thankful for my contributions. Thank you, hero. Mr. Hat. My hat looks powerful? So yes, Mr. Hat is in fact a boss. And actually, I just realized I don't have I've never fought this guy without the dynamo armor before. But we'll talk about that in a moment. This guy's not too hard, but just the fact that he exists, like, I'm just glad he exists, because he's Mr. Hat, man. He's just trying to steal your helmet. And he's in a town. Like, the fact that there's a boss fight just randomly inside this town is kind of awesome to me. It's a helmet. Off I go! And you'll notice that he is now standing up there. So, yeah, that's the thing. We will do a little bit more with him in a moment. So the main reason that this town exists is this room. This is the blacksmith. This guy can give you different armor, and this guy can upgrade your shovel. So the first thing I want to do is buy the charge shovel. With that, we can charge up, and that's pretty handy. You can see that this has a bigger range on it, and also does double damage. You move around really slowly while you're charging, but you charge up pretty quickly. So the charge shot in general is just really handy. There's a whole bunch of different armors that you can purchase here that have different effects. Usually you go for the dynamo mail, or that's partly true anyways. Normally I go for the dynamo mail anyways. But they all have different effects. Oh, I failed that jump. I guess I should try that again. So this is a little bit easier if we come back later, but we can do it now. There we go. If we talk to Mr. Hat again, he will give you another 1,000 gold. And just like that, we can afford the dynamo mail. And there's a scroll there too that we can grab. So I guess my money situation was actually not as bad as I thought. So the dynamo mail is, well, it's silver. I guess we can take a look at what it actually does. If you pogo twice consecutively before hitting the ground, it'll actually give you a free charge slash, so that's pretty handy. The red mail reduces how much gold you lose, like how much money is in the bags when you die. So like you lose less money when you die, basically. The purple mail, the Conjurer's Coat, it gives you 50 extra magic to work with. It makes enemies drop magic more frequently, but it also doubles the amount of damage you take. This mail is bad, don't use it. It makes you all like slidey and stuff, and I don't know. I guess technically I haven't actually used this, so I can't speak too much to how useful it is, but whatever. And there's the gold mail, which makes you do flips. Clearly extra super awesome. But it doesn't do anything actually useful. Oh, another dude. Okay, so that's actually kind of handy. I don't really have the time for another full stage, but we can do some bonus stuff here. So this is just another money area. Look at all those red gems. I believe I want to jump down on the right side here. Yeah. No! Well, I screwed that up. Oh well. So you might have seen the dynamo mail in effect on that last screen. If not, there will be plenty of opportunities to demonstrate it a little bit better. I believe next is... Okay, I was mistaken as to what was the next screen. So grabbing all these gems is not too hard. Here we gotta kind of pogo across here. Or, I mean, to be honest, I usually just skip past the screen because it takes so long to pogo across and the amount of money you make is actually not that great. But whatever. And... oh, I thought there was a music scroll in this one, but I guess I was wrong. And now let's fight these dudes. So these are actually boss fights. I really like fighting this guy, actually. He's pretty fun. I am a knight. I guess we're gonna fight. Oop. So he's up there, falling down. So you can see I bounced twice there and then did a charge shot. Okay, so jump over his little lightning bolts, charge slash him. Now he's angry. Oh, he decided to whip over. There we go. That wasn't too hard. Although he actually did a fair amount of damage to me, I guess. And for our efforts, we get 2,000 gold. And we can shovel him for some money. Which I find really amusing, personally. It's like he's like crying little blue gems. And we have this dude. I think for him I'm going to equip the Phase Locket. This guy gives you a little bit of a hint for the music scroll in Pridemore Keep, where you have to go left at the start. Wait a second. Menacing the village? What are you talking about? I think you're a little bit mistaken, but whatever. So this guy throws lots of boomerangs that are really annoying. So I tend to try and use the Phase Locket to just kind of ignore the boomerangs as much as I can. Bounce off these fireballs. That was pretty good, actually. Not especially fast, but I had some pro Phase Locket timing there, if I do say so myself. Yeah, Knight's Code. Always help a person in need. And he does give us a scroll, so that's nice of him. And that, we are left with the Lost City and the Explodatorium, which we will explore, maybe not both of them, but at least one of them, on the next episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. Catch you later.